Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Elvin here. Today we are going to just talk about how I basically resetted my life at age 40, I guess. I'm going to basically just tell you what I roughly did, change up my life, get back myself on track, do better, because from little me back in the 20s and 30s, I am not a saver. I'm actually a spender. I consume quite a bit of things, music, games, pop culture, you name it, I've done it all. When COVID hit, I lost my job. It was talked about in a video I did. You can click on this video if you want. But for this particular video, I just want to touch upon how I actually, got back my life together at age 40. It's not like I did it at age 40 and then it just magically just did a 360 degrees about turn. It took quite a few years. Like I said, I lost my job before COVID, so that was like 5-6 years ago. And that kind of sparked a change in me. That change took a while to do its thing. And these are the few things I did to basically move along and change my life. For you guys who are new to my channel, I welcome you. To those that are returning, I welcome you back. First up is basically how I did it was I got serious. When I lost my job, just before COVID actually, I lost my job before COVID, and then of course COVID hit. I really didn't know what to do. Like many of you, I was stuck at home, like many of you, and I was playing games. Back then was the in-game was Animal Crossing on Switch. Those that play Animal Crossing, you can comment down below. But yeah, it's a time where I was stuck at home with my wife, who was also working. I'm actually happy that she had her job back in the day, and then she still have a job now. But for me, I kind of diddle-daddle around, trying to think of what I should do. And then it got me thinking maybe I should do some social media. So that's where I kind of got serious, not to the point of, changing my trajectory, but I actually got information on social media, not through TikTok, not through Facebook. Those I didn't really use back in the day anymore. But I did, scroll. I was also doom scrolling. You can't deny the fact that there was so much time at hand that, for little me who has no job, nothing to do. So I was doing all the things that a normal human being would do. And I stumbled upon YouTube giving advice or financial advice or human advice, any advice for that matter. And then I was just listening in, thinking in my head, what could I do better? It didn't really hit me until, there were a few finance YouTubers who got me, riled up that why little me couldn't, save money. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had $0 in my bank account, and I had all these toys around me, and that really got me the courage to finally sit down and figure out that I needed to change. And that's where this source of strength that I actually dug up my eBay account, which I didn't really use when I was working a full-time job. And then I started selling down my collection. I'll tell you one thing, it's something that sparked. There's a spark in me that got me moving along, that somehow, while you guys were, spending money while being at home, doing nothing, of course, working from home, so to speak, I was actually busy selling down my collection while also sourcing for more things to sell. And it turned out great. Why? Because of the economy. People were getting more, in the US especially, people were getting stimulus packages, getting more money in their pockets and then spending their money. And then somehow it all came to fruition that I had more money in my bank account because I was selling down my toys. sourcing for more things, and somehow that all came to me getting more cash in my bank. So with that amount of money that was in my bank account, that got me thinking, what should I do with the money? And then again, as time goes by, because again, it was a 5-year stretch period, inflation was through the roof. Inflation was quite bad, that to me, it's actually something that was beneficial to me, because as inflation was creeping up higher and higher and higher, I could sell my toys higher. It was something that was beneficial again to me, and somehow I could earn more money. Of course, shipping and everything also does eat up into my profits, but it was net, I was earning more profits than I could ever had in the entirety of my eBay, selling, time on eBay. And that got me a strategy of trying to figure out where do I park my money. And then somehow with the interest rate, they were trying to bring down inflation, they were trying to up the interest rate, and then learning that money can work for you. So that's where I was thinking of parking my money with the money market funds, with the banks who had a higher interest rate, and then I was learning about investing, learning about trading, learning about all this while to make my money work for me rather than I work for money. So that's where it's gave me a kick in the head to figure out that I should be living below my means, because back in the day when I was without a job, selling on eBay with the toys that I have, I needed to make a change. So I got disciplined. I had the habits that I have right now, not a one-day thing. I had to slowly instill in myself, spending less, saving more, investing. All these were something that I needed to instill in myself, that it's not doable in one day, going for runs, being disciplined in my money, with how I use my money, it's something that it needs to be done. But I realized that it has worth in it, because with money working for me, I realized that as I grew older, now I'm already 40, close to 40, that it's time to be better with my money. And I'm actually very, very lucky that I wasn't in debt. I wasn't in consumer debt. I had, of course, a mortgage payoff, which was paid through CPF, so that I was happily, trying to make my life better. And then on, I read a lot of books. Another video that I did over here, that, I was a bit of a cheapskate, so I will, figure out how to read books free. And somehow the Libby app, which was the library app, gave me a vast knowledge of all the books, which I never read books in a whole 30 odd years of my life. And this time around, I still don't read the books. I listen to, podcasts. I listen to people who are knowledgeable. To me, I'm a work in progress. I'm still at 40 years old this year. And from me to you, it has made a world of a change, that right now I'm at a better place because I did all those in the past 5 or 6 years. And for me, it's something that I truly am blessed that I should have started sooner. And for me to you who are at my age group, who have not started, firstly, to be able to get started is something that you should do it now. If you're thinking of it, you should do it now. Why now? Is because it's now or never. Because if you don't start now, you'll never start it. What should give you the urge to do it? I don't know. It's maybe me telling you this in this video, or something that hits you in the head that you should do it. Then or now, just do it. For me to do this YouTube V channel, for me to hunker up and then save more than I should, for me to spend less and live below my means, it's done a world of a difference for me, and I will urge you, whoever is, seeing my videos, that I am a living example that it can be done. Again, I'm not nowhere near, the society's level of, being wealthy or rich, but I am in a happier place because I have put the groundwork that, you have to have a budget, you have to save, and you have to invest. How to do it? You can look at other videos of other finance YouTubers to do it. I'll do that in another video, down the road, because for me, I'm not that comfortable to share how I'm doing it yet. Again, I'm a work in progress, but for me to share my story on how I've come so far, me hunkering down to do all this legwork, it can be done. So I hope there's some takeaway from me, how I got my life back together at age 40. You can comment down below, how you thought your life would be if you have done so back in the day, what we have done so earlier. But then I don't look back anymore. I hope you don't do that too. Look forward. And then if you come to this end of this video, maybe you can comment 40, because I'm 40 years old, and then if you're around my age group, you're going to hit the milestone. Or if you already passed the milestone, 40 is the magical number, so to speak. Take care, everyone. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.